There we go.
Yep, there you go. Start recording. All right. So good. This is a good afternoon. Wow, good afternoon. It is May 4th, 2026. This is Joachim Radio. This is video number 2 for this channel. Featuring with Famo Sneaks, Famo Troop. I even got the.
There
I
you
even got
go. The OG, the
so
classic.
I represented. So if you want, you can introduce yourself and talk about your program and all that kind of stuff, and we can get into that.
Yeah, formerly known as Family Sneaks. I used to resell sneakers. Now I'm just a full-time degenerate. Um, I love this shit. I love gambling, football, college football specifically. That's my go-to. NBA though, close second. Getting into MLB this year. All around us, trying to provide the community with lots.
Okay, good, awesome. All right, so depending on how this goes, and if we get some community going, more interactions and more proactivity with the comment section, all that kind of stuff, more follows, more likes, whatever, etc. We'll continue with this. Me and Famo, me and Cbell out here
There
just
we
going like
go.
talking. So let's do it. I mean, I've known this guy for how long? Since I was in Rockford. So
I mean,
it's like
yeah,
five
about 6 years.
years. So it's a long time coming. We always wanted to do something like this.
Yes.
Like we never
Ah,
specified that we wanted to do something like this, but we no, we when we're texting, we talk like we're the DGen, so we might as well do it. So I'm only here today on May 4th, 2026. Trying to do this. You didn't bet last night, no?
no, I did not. I
All right,
saw
so
your hits though, one for one,
one for one,
one
yeah.
and
So
one.
it is crazy because at the third quarter they were trending to be at over under of 193, and then the Pistons and Magic forgot that their NBA players know how to score the ball, so they scored a total of 3 points in that fourth quarter, way over 202 and a half. But the Cleveland one hit. I mean, it's like whoever the home team was usually wins, and I just
Yep,
blindly faded the away team. That's what I did.
yep.
Um, so
So let's talk about round one. Let's
yeah,
start with the games on tonight. The Spurs beat the Timberwolves. I mean, beat the Trailblazers round one,
mhm,
4-1. Correct.
4-1.
Eh, Um, the Spurs completely handled the series for the most part. I mean, there were games where they're down 15, come back and win by 15. So, a little shaky, a little bit of the inexperienced part from the Spurs. But at the end of the day, they got it done. No Wemby for a game or two, still prevailed.
Yeah, you missed Wimby for a game and a few quarters from game two. If it wasn't for him getting injured, they probably would have swept them. Um, the job from Thiago Splendor being able to coach that team to the play-in spot and get a playoff seeding. I don't even think they might even renew his contract. That's what I was told.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty cheap owner now.
So that's kind of sad if they do that. I mean, I mean, maybe the old coach, maybe Chauncey Billups, maybe gambled the franchise's money, but maybe that's
Yeah, he might have.
so.
And then the Timberwolves. I mean, they beat the Nuggets. I don't know if you saw it coming. I didn't see it coming.
I thought when Ant Edwards went down, was it game five?
I believe.
Game five, I was like, okay, they'll take over. I mean, the Atlanta Knicks game was there, and I was watching the Atlanta game, so I didn't watch the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he had like high percent in his knee, and I thought, okay, maybe they'll come back. And then your Chicago native,
Io.
Ayo DeSumo, right? He just goes stupid, right? And
Yeah, saves the city.
And so, I mean, I didn't expect it coming. I thought it'd be a 7-game series. I thought they could push it to a game 7, but Jamal Murray didn't show up. Jokic can't guard shit. So,
I mean, it's what happens. I mean, we can't just disregard the fact that the Timberwolves, they proved all us wrong. Because in game 6, no Dante, no Io, no Ant. I definitely thought it was over. Terrence Shannon balled out. Jay McDaniels was pretty good all series. You probably want more from Julius Randle. But at the end of the day, they've been getting it done. So tonight, T-Wolves, Spurs, game 1. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is, it sounds like they're gonna bring Anthony Edwards into the series. He'll come. I don't think he'll come game 1. I don't think that's the report.
It got reported like an hour ago that he's playing tonight.
Playing tonight?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That makes more sense because the plus minus was at 13.5 this morning, and then went down to
What's it at now?
11.
I saw it at 9.5 about 30 minutes ago.
Okay, so it's going down. I still think the Spurs take care of it.
I do too. They played 3 games in the regular season. The Wolves went 2-1. in the regular season. All 3 games are pretty close though.
Yeah.
And I think it was their last matchup in January. Ant had, I think, 55. Wemby had 39 in that game. So, I mean, both teams have the star power. Both teams have bench depth. I don't know. I think this could be a decent series. The Spurs' inexperience may haunt them a bit. Ant's not improved himself in the playoffs the last couple of years. But Wemby, man. Wemby. That's all I can say.
I don't want to give up. I like the Wolves. If I have a team to cheer on the West Side, it's always going to be the Wolves, just because we traded. Knicks fan, right? So they traded Don for Julius Randle, right? So I got a big thing for Dante. Who's Dante? Anthony Edwards a hyperextended knee. You don't know what he can come out back with. It's really his first time really gauging through injuries, because during college, he never had to do any kind of injuries. So now he's dealing with injuries. It's a little setback for him. If he says good to go, then hope for the best. Hopefully he stays healthy in that series. My personal opinion, we can go about this in the future, but I just think whoever it's a Spurs and OKC. Just waiting for those two things to meet up in the middle. And
I agree. I looked last night. The line for the series was Spurs -2.5. I don't know if the Spurs win in 5. I think they win in 6. I think they win the series overall, right?
Yeah.
I could see them win in 5, but just the way that the Wolves played last series, I wouldn't be surprised if they can take 2 games and cover that 2.5. Are there any picks that you like for the game tonight?
I also was going to ask you any updates about Sumo. Is he playing anytime soon? He has calf strain.
I saw he was still questionable. So that's a huge part in this series, this game one for sure. I think the Spurs have the better bench by far. I think they're a really well-rounded team with a lot of pieces. I don't know. I think it'll be hard for the Timberwolves to keep up with this team. The Nuggets were dealing with injuries too, and there's a lot of flaws in their team. But I think this Spurs is.
Yeah, it's like a younger team, but you have Wemby, so it's okay. And then you got your first 2 games at home. You blindly fade the teams who played more games with more injuries. You usually fade those kind of teams. So, game 1, I would take it. I'm kind of it's unfortunate that I took 11.5, but there's 9.5 at -106, a good value.
Yeah.
So you could take that. That's a good hit. Honestly, I'm a big fan of the under. I don't think.
What's it at?
It's 219. Went up. 219.5. I don't think the Wolves can. They can score with Anthony Edwards, sure, but who else do you have in that team? Mm-hmm. Because last series, all they did was charge into Jokic, charge into their paint, and draw fouls. You're not going to get that with Wemby.
You can't, and their perimeter defenders are too good for that as well. So, when I was looking at picks today, it was before Anthony Edwards was ruled playing. So I didn't like the spread. It's just a little too high for me, playoff basketball. So I looked at a couple player props that I like. I like Julian Champagnie, 8+. It was at -143 or on DraftKings. I think it has blowout potential. And if the Spurs play like the Spurs should, Champagnie will get a lot of burn, and he'll get the shots. That's just what he does off the bench, On the other side, though, if Ayo plays, his 14+ was at -120 on DraftKings. Last I looked, he's taking shots. He has to. He doesn't really have a choice. I think he did it 5 out of 6 games in round 1. With the calf injury, it might be a little hard. That's probably why it's so low. But I still think he is their primary ball handler, scorer off the bench, especially with no Dante. Yeah. Nobody else really on that team to take the shots that he does.
Yeah, I believe as far as coach's better, I think Finch is a way better coach than the Spurs coach. I just
still young.
Yeah, still young. You saw some inexperience when he was in the NBA Cup. That's the best closest you can get as far as postseason experience, I guess. You did lose one without a Wemby, so it's do you have a game plan when Wemby? Because that's how your team evolves around Wemby. Can you win without him? And I just think Finch. You beat the Nuggets, the defending champions from X months ago,
with arguably the best player in the world.
Yeah,
and Jokic.
and you expose him for 6 games. Like I think he's a way better coach. It's just a matter of like who's going to replace Dante, who's going to replace Sumo if he's not ready, who's going to play Edwards if he can't play at 100%. So,
So before,
go ahead.
What else did you have to say?
No, I was saying like who you gonna trust, like Terrence and Terrence.
Yeah.
You can trust. I mean, you don't really have. I mean, I'm not. Daniel's
So before we move on to your Knicks and the Sixers, let's give our prediction for this round. Who do you think's winning, and in how many games?
The Knicks Sixers series?
No, this Wolves Spurs series. Before we move
on. You want to recap the first round, the whole first round, and then do that, or do you want to just do that?
I mean, we can whatever you want. We're going through in order.
Okay.
So we're talking about the first round teams as we go.
Okay, cool. So what was the question again? Sorry.
Wolves Spurs. Who do you have winning, and in how many games?
I want the Wolves to win, but it's that's just me dreaming. I got Spurs in. I got Spurs in 6.
Okay.
I think Tim Finch might outcoach the Spurs for a game or two. I mean, maybe if you get Dosunmu back, maybe if you get Terrence Shannon to drop maybe a 30-point game, maybe if you get some kind of spark off the bench to do it, then sure. But I think this is a good squad. It's just unfortunate that, and Julius Randle has to step up. I mean, I forgot about Julius Randle. He's been almost an afterthought. So he has to step up. I mean, he has his playoff roles. He played then with the New York Knicks. He did okay last season, but you got to be consistent this time around. I got the Spurs in 6, but I'm not a big fan. I mean, it's going to hit. I feel like if you were to do something like that, like the betting lines the betting lines for it is for series betting. If you with the Spurs minus 650, if there was a spread, if there was a bet to do like maybe like Spurs to cover the first game and win the series, maybe that made better value. But I think I find better as for like no bigger.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah,
I want to say Spurs in 6, but I think I'm gonna go Spurs in 5. I told you that the Wolves beat them 2 times this year. One of the games though, Wemby was out. If Wemby stays healthy, I think Spurs can handle them in 5. There's just a lot of holes in Timberwolves team, like you said, Randall. I mean, you get the same stuff from him all the time. You kind of know what to expect, unless he can just get hot from 3. I don't know. And I like I said, man, Wemby, he is the craziest player I've saw with my 2 eyes. I think Wemby, Fox, Castle, Vassell, all these guys take down the Wolves in 5.
Yeah, I mean, unless the only way to dismiss no team wins if Mike Conley can pull a Rajon Rondo Pelicans type of game,
Yeah,
that's the only way.
Ohio State legend, don't forget.
Legend. You got Naz Reid off the bench for the Wolves.
Yeah, forgot about Naz.
You got something. You got Rudy Gobert still. He's still present. Maybe that'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun matchup. French on French. But yeah, I want to say I'm gonna give it a 6 because it's because I'm a little biased with the Wolves. But yeah, probably Spurs in 5.
Cool.
Nice game. My favorite play of that night is 219 and a half.
Okay, there we go. So.
That's my side.
The next game for tonight, your Knicks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. This series. So let's talk about round 1.
Okay.
Knicks started a little shaky with the Hawks. Last couple games, though, they showed that the Hawks had no chance. What were your thoughts as a Knicks fan?
I could rant all about the Knicks. If I was a Knicks fan TV, I think that would be pretty cool. But I want to have a wider audience and people like you. So, I mean, it was new to be down a series 1-2 in the first round. That's new. Never experienced that. Something that Tom Thibodeau would never allow. Right? At first thought, but then I look back to myself. I was like one thing that Mike Brown and people say he's an incompetent coach, but I think he's way better than Tom Thibodeau, in my opinion.
Okay.
Of course, he'll expand his bench. He'll make adjustments. He says in his press conference that it's not just him coaching. It's like it's all the coaches from Brunson to up. So he made adjustments. He shut down McCollum. I think he only averaged like maybe 12 points per game the last 3 games for CJ McCollum.
Yeah, last couple of games were stinkers from McCollum.
Complete no-show. Jalen Johnson. I don't know. I've never understood the hype with him. He hasn't experienced anything.
Dude, come on, the Wisconsin kid.
I never understood it. I never understood it. I was more worried about Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who, even though Macau played like garbage, he did very well defensively on Nikhil. He only had like 13 that series. So
Yeah.
And then that 51-point blowout, something that Temple would never do. So it's like we can talk about the Knicks stuff later, but I think he's a way better coach than Tom Thibodeau right now. He makes adjustments.
Yeah.
He makes
76ers.
76 Sixers, on the other hand,
beat Boston. Mind you, Boston was favored to come out the East. I think they had the third best finals odds behind OKC and the Spurs. Tatum goes down game 6. They blow a 3-1 lead. The Sixers.
They're dangerous. They're dangerous. I watched. I was in New York in December. They played. They won the NBA Cup, and then after that they played against the Sixers in New York. And I was scared. They're legit. They're a legit squad. The only thing stopping them is their second best player, Joel Embiid.
Second best
player. Tyrese Maxey's the best player. He's unguardable. I mean, you saw it 2 years ago when they played the Sixers 2 years ago. He was unguardable. Couldn't stop him. You can only contain him.
Before we go any further, I just want to let me know I am an avid Joel Embiid hater. He is top 5, least favorite player in the league. I can't stand him.
Let me slow down. So I'm gonna go back to like 2024 Knicks, right? So Joel Embiid, he injures Bogdanovic, he injures OG Anunoby, he injures someone else probably on the team. I'm not a big fan of it. And then like Jaylen Brown, you saw a stream, right? How he's like, oh, he's a flopper. He's not wrong. But for Jaylen Brown,
he's too big.
Yeah, for Jaylen Brown to like go on stream and complain about the refs, man, sorry, you're not a superstar for that. So for Jaylen Brown, work on your left hand, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
As far as the Boston Sixers series, I really wanted Boston to win that thing.
I did too.
I had Boston money line at first, and then I remember who Jaylen Brown was, so I immediately cashed out and I put it on the Sixers. So it was a good day. And then as far as his preview, man, I mean, it can go to up to 7 games.
I think it can. Give you a rundown regular season. They split the series 2-2. Embiid only played in 2 games. In those 2 games, though, he averaged 32 points, 10.5 rebounds, 5 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Cat's not a defensive guy, right? So it's kind of expected for Embiid to have these type of monstrous games. Cat also fouled out in 16 minutes in Game 3 that they played this year. So I think keeping Cat out of foul trouble this series is going to be huge. Just having Cat on the floor, you guys need it.
Robinson has to be healthy. You can tell Embiid was bothered by Robinson because he literally broke his ankle in the series 2 years ago. So he has to stay healthy. He has to be composed. I mean, he got ejected to Dyson Daniels. So Embiid will be probably a little worse than that.
Yeah.
A little worse. So he has to stay healthy. He has to stay disciplined there, and he knows that. So
another thing to note, the last game of the regular season that they played, Cat and Brunson both played horrible, but the Knicks still won by 50 with no Embiid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Knicks have shown that they can blow teams out. The Knicks have shown that they can get blown out themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I think this could be a very grimy series. It could get really chippy with Embiid, Robinson. These guys, they don't like each other. They're in the same division. It's hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think Knicks still cover it. I just think who do you have in that bunch for the Sixers? Watford, Drummond, maybe Quentin Grimes can show up a couple games, and then you got to compare the Knicks bench. You have Alvarado, who will definitely be that energy guy. You got Shaman, who could be that defender if he wanted to. He didn't play that too well last series, but it'll be something.
Clarkson off the bench, points.
Makazo, right? So we can plug him into the system. He's gonna get you buckets. I mean, honestly, they say Cat is a great defensive player, but as of this year, his offensive stats have dropped, but that's because his defense has gone up actually. So I'm actually interested to see. I hope that the thing with Cat is sometimes he goes back to his Wolves way, where he would flop, complain, all that kind of who got not play defense. So again, same with Mitchell Robinson, he has to stay disciplined. And then who else you have on that bench? You have Robinson, like I mentioned, You have a far more superior bench, a little more undersized than the Sixers
Dude,
bench.
yeah, a lot of guards, very guard heavy in the
I
bench.
will say if there's someone who can contain Maxey, it's McBride, but I don't think he'll play those crucial minutes.
Yeah.
So
In my notes, I do have down that the difference maker is the Knicks bench, in their depth. Like you said, we'd rattle off all their guys. They have guys who can be. They have a lot of really good role players to complement Brunson and Cat. You need McHale to step up the series. You can't have him not score as much as he did round one. If he can be normal McHale and get you 12, 13 points,
not much.
Play the defense, play hard, I don't see a reason how the Sixers could win the series at all. Not only that, but Mr. Joel Embiid has a bad history once he gets to this round of the playoffs. Hasn't made it out the second round. I don't think he may sell this round, but
it'll be tough. And I think everyone knows at this point. I think Kyle Lowry's retiring this season, so they're gonna have a little bit chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like the mental aspect too.
I heard something the other day. Someone asked another podcast. They said, "Do you think Maxey will ever have the chance to win an MVP?"
Not with Embiid on the team.
I don't think he can, but it was an interesting question because Maxey can score with the best of them.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid's unreal, and to be like as tiny as he is, just some of his shots are just ridiculous. I think he is a tier below, the Jokic's, Lukas, SGA's of the world, Wemby's. But like in that, like the Brunsons, in that, second tier, third tier, it gets dicey, I think. I think he'd make some All-NBA first teams, though. I just don't think MVP's in his realm.
No, I don't think so either. But it'll be a fun matchup with I'm excited because that trash talk between Cat and has been brewing for a while now. So
have you saw any of the old tweets pop up?
Yeah, I posted on my story. It's hilarious. Cat had the dreads and the headband and everything. Young Cat. And then the Brunson Maxey show will be pretty fun offensively. We just have to contain Maxey, really, and then hopefully that – I don't know. It'll be tough here. I think we win in 6, maybe 7 if we pull some bull crap. But other than that, I think we can take care of business. I think the winner of this series will go to the finals. I don't think Cleveland or Detroit will do anything crazy because we can talk about it.
I mean, I think the Knicks make it. I don't think the Sixers somehow win. I don't think they make it though. Do you have any picks that you like for today's game?
I'm gonna usually again another blind fade here. Usually you'll pick the team that's been on a few days of rest at home against a team who's going to 7 games. I think everyone besides Kelly Oubre played 39 minutes last in that game 7. So the travel wasn't bad. You're going to Boston to New York. The travel wasn't bad, but
just quick turnaround. 2 days ago.
It's a quick turnaround. It's a day and a half, 2 days just to turn around and play New York at Madison Square Garden, which you don't fade at home.
You would assume the stars are rested after that blowout of game 6.
Yeah, and the Knicks know what's going to come because Embiid is who Embiid is, and it helps that Brunson, Bridges, and Hart used to play there back in the Nova days. So that's also an edge why I think they'll be able to pull out 6 games.
I think my favorite play. I have 3 down, 2 player props, 1 game prop.
Right.
The spread last time I looked was around 7.5, 8.5 for the Knicks. I'm a alt spread demon, so I like Knicks minus 4.5. It was at 160 on FanDuel. I don't think that's horrible value. I think the Knicks really can, as the kids say, put BTA to the Sixers tonight, set the tone early.
What's it at right now? Is that 7.5 still?
The last time I looked, it was at 7.5.
I think they win by like 10 plus points. So if
I think they can too.
So to play it safe, do minus 7.5. I'm a big fan of the under. I think again, it's quick turnaround, so they'll be a little bit more dead-legged. And then the Knicks. I mean, again, it's the Hawks, which I think they're not a good team, but I think they're the second best athletic team in the East. So, in the way they play defense on them was really good on the road and at home. So I'm a big fan of the 213.5. But my favorite pick of that game is the Knicks minus 7.5. That game.
For player props, everyone loves a player prop. Everyone loves a parlay.
Mm-hmm.
I like VJ Edstrom for 5+ boards. I mean, not really an underrated year for a rookie, but just overshadowed by Khan and Flad. I mean, VJ's been like the guy over there behind Nazi with Embiid out for so much of the year. 5 boards. He's going to play a lot of minutes. I think he can compete well enough with the Knicks wings. I think 5 boards is pretty fair.
Yeah.
That is at minus 156 on DraftKings. Not horrible. Secondly, Embiid, 5 assists, minus 157. Embiid's going to get doubled. It just kind of is the nature. Every team does it. They try to slow him down. He passes out a lot. His teammates get open looks, so he's getting doubled, As long as the shooters can knock down the shots, I think the 5 assists. I think he hit that maybe, most of the games that he played in round 1.
It's a good trend.
Just two decent props I like for tonight.
Okay.
Anything else for this series? Well, yes. So you Knicks and 6. That's your final.
6 and 6, yeah.
I think that's where I'm headed to. I think the Knicks can have a sloppy game or two and give it up. Knicks and 5, Knicks and 6. I don't see a way that the Sixers win this series.
I take care of business.
So back over to the Western Conference. The Lakers and the Thunder match up. Game 1 tomorrow. Let's talk about round 1. Lakers, Rockets. Lakers go up 3-0.
Yeah.
Rockets win 2 in a row. Put me and all the Laker fans in fucking terror, and we're fucking scared to death. We get it done though. No Luka. Reeves only played 2 or 3 games. 41-year-old Bron is carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. I mean, what were your thoughts on that series?
I thought Rocket could take care of business. But
like everyone else did.
They cannot shoot the damn ball. They can't shoot the ball for
except for Game 5 when Amen Thompson and Josh Okogie and Dorian Finney-Smith all hit a 3.
It's a make-a-wish shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I mean, it sucks because you have to, and you don't. I mean, everyone's thinking what's KD gonna do now? I mean, what's your opinion on that?
I'm on the fence, man. I don't know. I don't really know where he would go.
You got to keep him.
I think you have to.
You give up so much.
Now, you did. Now the question is, do you keep Ime around?
He trades. I think honestly, I think they're gonna kick out Sengun.
Or you think he's opting out?
That's
so. Let's get into some hypotheticals. The Rockets were in the Giannis sweepstakes this year, right?
Right.
If you're the Rockets, who's untouchable to get Giannis and who's on the table?
They don't even have the assets to get for him. They lost it with Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks.
I don't know if that's I don't who knows what the Bucks want. The Bucks don't know what they want. Giannis doesn't know what he wants.
It's also true that Giannis might pull a plug. They're hey, if you don't trade me for these 2 players, then I'm gonna stay here and just tank your bench, and you won't have any.
Yeah.
So maybe he might do it's trade me for Sengun and maybe a 2nd-round pick, and maybe something Bucks yes, you also bring sure. We've heard some more ridiculous trades. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I agree. I think after this series that the problem is with getting rid of Sengun is the good center, center depth in the NBA just isn't that great. Sengun is towards the top 15, top 10. It's it'll be hard to replace him. unless you're changing the style of play and going to get like a rim runner. But I don't know if that's what that team really needs. But I mean, I don't know. Jabari Smith played out his mind this series, low key. Reed Shepard, he still has the potential to be a guy.
Who do you think's better, Bub Carrington or Reed Shepard?
Reed.
Okay. Oh, okay, thank you. I just wanted to, because I have a lot of DC friends who think Bub Carrington better than Reed Shepard, so I just want to clarify that when they watch this video.
I all year was kind of confused why Reed Shepard didn't get as much burn as he should have, especially with no Van Fleet. Also, I mean, yeah, Van Fleet. I mean, Rockford hated him.
I'll put Reed in there. Now he did fuck up a game. He did fuck up what, game 2 or 3, where he like a turnover. So but I don't think Bub can.
Younger
guy, experience.
I mean, I think that's enough Rockies talk. I mean, they have a lot of. They have to look in the mirror this offseason though and figure out what direction they want to go in, what they want to do. The Lakers though, they got it done, and now we're going up against the juggernaut of OKC, who, I mean, we don't have to spend too much time on round 1 OKC.
Right.
We all knew they would win. Phoenix didn't put up too much of a fight. They sweep them. Huh?
What's love there, Luka Doncic?
Yeah, I don't think Luka's playing
this whole series.
Yeah, I mean, I thought with this trip overseas that he would be back, but I guess they gave that magic juice to Austin Reeves, not Luka.
I think Ginger can pull one game.
That's it? Just one? You don't think we can win?
No. Just one game. They look good. I mean, Jalen Williams is hurt too, right? So
I believe so.
You might have second game.
I honestly, honest to God, I don't think we need to spend too much time on this series. I'll go over a couple of quick things though. Like we said, Lakers, their backs are against the wall with no Luka. No Luka, the series is over, in my opinion. It would take some miracle, by God up above, for my Lakers to have any sort of chance to pull out a game, let alone win this series.
We're like, hey, I'm playing game 3, by the way. It's just coming out.
We went 0-4 against them in the regular season. Luka only played twice. I mean,
the last one was almost bad as a JV high school game.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like Rockford U versus St. Norbert sometimes.
Like Rockford U versus Rock Valley Calls on April.
I mean, I have some optimistic notes. If Kennard, Smart, Ayton, they can play, they can alleviate some stress from Brown. Maybe make a game interesting, right? I don't like talking about the Thunder as an unbeatable team because they definitely are beatable, right? But you need to play a perfect game. You can't have any mistakes. You have to play perfect, and we all know they have a crazy whistle. I mean, I wish there was something to change about it, but there's just not. The NBA is not changing that whistle anytime soon. But the Thunder did show some signs of weaknesses in the Suns games. Where the Suns start off hot, they start off with a good lead, and then OKC goes on a 20-0 run or whatever it is. So teams can get ahead. It's just keeping the lead. And the Lakers have a bad tendency of getting the lead. I think it was game 4, maybe game 5 versus Rockets. We were up 13. We ended up losing by 13. That's just not winning basketball. You can't go up double digits and then keep the other team in the game. The Lakers have a bad habit of doing that, and just not how you beat OKC. The Lakers may shock the world, but maybe not. I saw the series spread was that OKC minus 2.5 is at minus 290. So they're thinking the Lakers get swept. Like you said, though, I agree. I think the Lakers have a shot. I don't know what that value was at taking one game, but I think there's probably some money to be made on Lakers plus 3.5. Taking one game, maybe one game at home or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't have anything else to say about the series. No Luka. Thank you, fans. See you next year.
I think job one is try to win at least one game in OKC. See where Luka's at.
Now, if they win one game in OKC, split it in OKC, boy, things might get interesting.
LeBron might do some cell therapy before Game 3, and
LeBron's he's a psycho, man. He's a sicko.
41.
So before we move on, what's your prediction? Just hit me with it.
Lakers lose in 5.
I'm gonna try to be more optimistic. I'm gonna say Thunder in 6. I think my Lakers can take 2 games, and if they do, I'm taking my girlfriend out to a nice dinner.
Okay, did you put it on already? Did you put like Lakers again? Like,
no, because I don't like losing money, but the fandom in me really wants it to happen.
It's like, yeah, hey, don't get fooled by the first quarter. You never know what OKC does after that. So
you never know.
It'll be tough. I mean, I'm rooting for them. I don't want to see them win it all.
No, it's getting boring. It's
you're just waiting for the Spurs to meet up with them, and then you'll see some. Then you'll see something. So
then you see who's the real father of that series.
That'd be fun.
So last series, round 2, we got Pistons versus Cavs. Both had Game 7s yesterday.
Yeah.
Pistons beat the Magic. Magic blew a 3-1 lead. Jamal Mosley got fired today. The Cavs beat a Raptors team. As you said, the home team won in every game that series. Pistons Magic. What were your thoughts on that series? Did you think that the Magic should have got it done?
Coming in, I thought if the Magic can get the Pistons, it's a bad matchup for Detroit. I just think they have more size. I think they're more physically gifted than them. But the same thing with that the Rockets had a problem with. They can't shoot the ball. I mean, we saw Game 6 where they were up by 24 points and did not make a field goal in 45 minutes of real time, of real world time. 40 minutes of no field goals made. So
that's embarrassing.
If you lose that game, then it's like you even show up to Game 7. So I mean, everyone knew that Mosley left the locker room in March. Did have a spurt there when they did that, when they had that intro to the playoffs. But I mean, either way, I mean, when you saw they blew out the Hornets and they showed that they're the more physically gifted team, and they try to pound on them in Detroit. But you can only do so much when you lose Franz Wagner, and he didn't show up. I think if he showed up, I think it would be Game 6 would be a different story. So it just sucks to see Wagner out, and I think the firing was needed to be done. But it's the same thing over and over again.
Losing the way they did probably worked out for the better of the team organization. If they made it to get round 2, took a game or 2 on the Cavs, they might have kept Mosley around, even though Mosley, the locker room didn't want to play for Mosley. I mean, it's just plain and simple, right? Losing it, getting out the door early, get started on your off season. I don't know what they're gonna do though. I don't know how. Me personally, I think it's time to move on from Paolo or Franz. I think you can't keep both on the same team.
Really?
I think their play is too similar, and neither can shoot the ball that great to keep them both around.
Yeah.
I don't know what position you go after. Maybe you go and try to get a point guard.
Really?
Maybe a better center. I don't know, but I think it's the offseason that one of them gets the boot.
That'd be interesting. I think they'll give one more coach a chance with those two for one more season, and then they'll decide what they'll do. I mean, Desmond Bain didn't show up. Jalen Suggs didn't show up in the game. I mean, you can't miss a field goal for 45 minutes of real time in Game 6. You can't do that. It's like you guys are the best players in the world. You can't do that, And I'm not discrediting Detroit defense, but no team can do that. That's the thing. At that point, that's the Magic's fault for not having a game plan, not slowing the game down, not stopping Cade.
Cavs Raptors. Cleveland Cavaliers won last night in Game 7. pretty much handled business. Wasn't too close of a game. I know at the end of like first half, I think the Cavs went on a run. Kind of took the lead going into the third quarter. What are your thoughts on that series?
I'd give Raptors a major credit for going to 7 games. No IQ the whole series. You lost England the last 2 games.
And he had a stinker. What was it? Game 2, Game 3.
Yeah.
He had like 1 point or 11, whatever it was. He shot horribly from the field.
Yeah, both teams. I mean, Cavs have yet to. I mean, they changed the coach and from JB to who's the coach now? But
is it Kenny? No,
no, it's
is it Kenny?
Kenny
Atkinson.
And I mean, nothing changed when they played the Magic a couple years ago. They won 7 games, and basically the same story. The home team would always win. And then you get the new coach. You get 60 wins last year. You lose to the Indiana Pacers, and then you do it again this year, where you cannot win an away game. So that's trouble for the Cavs. I honestly think, again, they get major to the Raptors. They just need a point to stay healthy. Heading to this round, I think the Cavs still win this series. I think it'll be another 7-game series between those two teams. Detroit doesn't have anyone who can score the ball besides Cade and maybe Tobias Harris. And if Tobias is the best player, then you guys are not able to win the finals.
I agree. I haven't made my mind up with a prediction yet. I think the Cavs' experience at the end of the day is gonna help them. It should be enough. They need Donovan Mitchell to play like Donovan Mitchell for all 4 quarters, not just 2 quarters, not just a quarter. He has to have the ball, right? Like he has to score. Like he has James Harden. James Harden is still awesome, still amazing at this age, which is surprising to me. 2 years ago, I thought he was be out the league, and now he's trying to make another push. I mean, hats off to him. Like you said, though, you need Tobias to be good if you're the Pistons. You need him to score the ball. You're going to need Duncan Robinson to make all his threes. And you also need Jalen Duren to play like regular season Jalen Duren, right? You need this big body against the Twin Towers in Cleveland to do well, rebound the ball, score the ball. I just don't know if he's going to be able to.
No, I still don't think they've figured it out yet. And I think that Jared Allen and Evan Mobley should have 3-course dinner in that series. I mean, like, at least they should. I think Mobley hasn't took that leap yet. If the time was now to do it, it has to be this next series. I mean, who can guard Mobley in this position? I mean, Tobias can't guard him. Durant can't. He's too small. I mean, their second best scorer was Dennis Jenkins. I mean, he was on St. John's.
Come on.
So I don't think Detroit makes it past the second round, but if they do, major credit. But they're not going to win the finals.
No. Like you said, though, I think this could be a 6-7 game series. It probably will be. They split the regular season 2-2. Garland was on the Cavs for some of those games. Harden might have missed a game. Both are tired, so I think that would play a role. I think it'll be like some pretty tight games. I don't think we probably will see any blowouts in this series. Might be wrong. I think there'll be low-scoring games as well. Another thing to note, these teams can get really sloppy. Both teams have been averaging 16 turnovers in the playoffs, which are second worst behind my LA Lakers. So, I mean, you never want to be that close to them in a turnover battle. The Pistons, though, they are averaging the most blocks per game in the playoffs. So that may affect, Allen and Mobley when it comes inside. But luckily for the Cavs, they have perimeter shooting that they can rely on. They have Sam Merrill. They have Dean Wade, Matt Strus. If they can just get them the ball and have them knock down the shots, I mean, I know it sounds like black and white and sounds easy, but if they can do that, the Cavs should route this season. The series, I mean, I don't know, man. I think I'm leaning Cavs Cavs on 5 or 6.
I'm leaning Cav. It's a huge turnover. We'll see what JB Biggerstaff does with that team because he's been the same. He hasn't really made any adjustments, and I mean he can't really because the team can't shoot the ball. So that's a toss up. But if I had to choose one, it'd probably be a more boring. I think this will be a boring series.
I'm not looking forward to this series. It's going to be my.
I think whoever comes out of this series will lose against whoever's going to come out the next Sixers series.
I think if the Sixers win, whoever wins the series beats them. But if the Knicks win, I think the Knicks go to the finals.
Fair.
So let's recap your favorite plays for the day. For the Wolves-Spurs game, you like the under, correct?
The under 219.5. I also like the Spurs minus 9.5. And if I'm going for the next Sixers game, I'd do the Knicks minus 7.5 and the under 213. So the favorite teams should cover and it should go under for both games.
And for me, Wolves-Spurs, I like Champagne 8+. Like I said, I think he can get the shots up, especially if it's a blowout. They're not going to play the top guy. Champagne will get a lot of burn. And I also like Ayo Dosunmu if he suits up for 14+. You never know how healthy Ant may be. He might struggle, so I think Ayo will take the load off of that. And then for the Knicks Sixers game, my favorite play is Knicks minus 4.5. Play a little safe. Knicks may come out a little sluggish game 1, but they still should handle business. Then also VJ Edstrom 5 boards, Joel Embiid 5 assists. And before we go, I'm a baseball guy.
Okay.
I love Ohtani.
There you go. Need some content.
Ohtani.
There you go.
So my two favorite things I like for tonight. You have to pair them together, get plus money, but I think they both should win. We have the LA Dodgers at the Houston Astros with Yamamoto pitching. I mean, this kid's a beast. He is gross. He is just disgusting. I'm a huge fan. My bias is showing, but I don't care. I think the Dodgers rout them. And then the Yankees at home versus the Orioles. Yankees have Schindler pitching. They should rout. Orioles have been struggling as of late, but the Yankees and the Dodgers will always get it done in my book.
I like it. Any NHL? You got postseason too.
See, no NHL for me. I couldn't tell you a single player in the playoffs right now. So I'm not gonna tell anyone to waste their money. As always, though, make sure you gamble responsibly. We are not, employees of Vegas, so Vegas might take one out on us and screw us over. But
all this information for you to just take in and hone with your ideas as well. Where can they find you, Cbell?
They can find me on Instagram at Famo Sneaks. Like I said, retired reseller, full-time DJing. Just what I love to do.
There you go.
I love being on here. Really excited for where this could go.
Keep going. I'm happy to do it tomorrow morning if you want to do it. So let's definitely do that. Sooner
or later, we're gonna have all these sports books betting us for sponsorships. This will be brought to you by Ets Sportsbook. Can't rule out anybody just yet. But.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, this is me, Joachim and Famo, aka Cbell, signing out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, make sure you guys follow, and we'll come back with another video soon.
Peace.
I bet. We did it.
You're the GOAT, Joachim.